Hello everybody, Alan Miller here. This next video mostly pertains to fence jumping, but I also want to include a couple other things that I think might be relevant. Number one is, what am I using to keep the dog in the yard that makes the dog want to stay in the yard? And I use a lot of slow food dispensing toys. I use a lot of bungee cords that are attached to different things where it gives the dog the illusion that he can pull something out of the tree, or I'm gonna pull the patio down, or I'm playing tug of war with something. Tetherball or a tetherball-like toy game can be something that works pretty good. And also, it's very important that when you have these special games or toys, that the dog only has access to them when you're gone. If they're there all the time, it just becomes normal for them to be there. I want it to be special when you leave so that the dog says, I get the good stuff when they're gone. Number two is fence jumping. I'm a little scared about tethering sometimes. I see a lot of marginal tethering systems that might allow the dog to get his legs wrapped up in a tether and hurt himself, or to get halfway over a barrier and hang himself. So be very careful with tethering and look at your environment with a critical eye just to make sure that it's safe. Number three, the Elizabethan cone that I'm about to talk about in this video also can work very good for dogs that dig under the fence. If you make the dog's head bigger, he can't get under the fence to get out. Remember, this is in conjunction with having a water dish that he can access. So, I'm hoping that the ideas in this video will help you out a little bit, and I'll see you soon. Hi there, Alan Miller here. Sherlock's here somewhere with me too. I want to talk for a minute about dogs jumping fences. If you're having an immediate problem with this, the first thing I want you to use is an Elizabethan cone. Cone of shame, or the lampshade on the head. A dog cannot jump a fence with a properly fitted Elizabethan cone on, because when they raise their front feet to jump, the cone hits them in the face and they fall back down. That's an immediate solution. It also has to come in conjunction with a water dish that they can access with the cone on. So if you have that issue, that's a very short-term but immediate solution to jumping the fence. Number two, don't have anything that your dog can use as a booster. So if you have a dog that is using this to get over the fence, you're creating problems. Could be a wood pile, it could be some kind of bench that you have in the corner. You have to look at your yard carefully with dogs that are very athletic, Malinois, boxers, whatever the breed might be. A lot of dogs can get over a fence very easily. For the last 18 years, I had Belgian Malinois, and they would do a pull-up at the top of the fence and look at the neighbors, and the neighbors didn't necessarily feel that was a comfortable sensation. Moving away from the Elizabethan cone and making sure that my dog doesn't have any firewood or cement or a table that it can use to get up over the fence, I also start looking at the top of my fence very carefully. One of the things that I like using are what are called Coyote Rollers. And this is just basically a metal L bracket that comes down here, and I have a small pipe, PVC pipe, with a bigger PVC pipe over it. One of the things that dogs can't do is they can't just completely jump the fence. Some dogs can, but most can't, and they don't try to. They do a pull-up and pull themselves over. If the top of the fence is flimsy or slippery, they can't jump the fence. So some people do a piece of plastic or some kind of material that's rigid and do a covered wagon over the fence. And some people like coyote rollers. I like them. And the funny thing about jumping fences is most dogs only jump the fence in one or two places for whatever weird reason. They never think about jumping the fence there or jump the fence there, but I can jump over an 8-foot wall here. So I like these types of ideas for fence jumping. A lot of the products we demonstrate and use ourselves are linked in the description box below. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. That way you will get notified when we post new content. Thanks for watching.